Hello, welcome to Irvington Now. I'm your host, Harry Paden. This show highlights current events and milestones in our community under the new leadership of the Honorable Mayor Tony Vauss and the Irvington Municipal Council. Irvington Now focuses on the mayor's vision for a cleaner, safer Irvington. I am very pleased to have as the first guest of the show the Honorable, I say he's the Honorable Donald Malloy, who is the Director of Irvington's Recreation Department. Welcome, Mr. Malloy.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Paden.
Yes,
It's
sir.
good to be here.
Yes, thank you very much. The reason I wanted Mr. Malloy to come on as the first guest is that I remember back at a time when I was a single parent, and about this time I was worried about what would I do with my children during the summer as I had to go out to work and school closed. So there are a myriad of programs under the Recreation Department, and we will discuss some of those so that if you are a parent, grandparent, concerned citizen, and you know some youngster that needs some positive activity, we will present that to you today. So the first thing I like to do, and I'll call you Donald because
Of course. That's it.
We will be able to.
That's
Full disclosure, Donald is a good friend of mine,
Yes,
and you know,
yes.
so we will dispense with the Mr. Malloy, Mr. Paden.
Okay.
But Donald, first before we begin, just give a little background on yourself. How long have you been the Director of Recreation, or with the Recreation Department in Irvington?
Well, Mr. Paden, I started out in recreation many years ago, back in 1995. And from 1995, I started actually in Town Hall.
Yes.
We were in a basement room.
Yes.
We had a recreation supervisor. His name was John Richardson, and Brian Coleman, who served on to be a councilman in
Yes.
the township of Irvington. So we started out in Town Hall,
Yes.
right in the basement, and I was a part of that. And from that, we matriculated to supervisor, from supervisor to manager,
Yes.
and from manager to being appointed as the recreation director. Just so pleased and proud that this administration decided to have me as the recreation director and appoint me. It's been a joy. It's been a tough 1 year going forth in terms of where we're, but everybody hit the ground running,
Yes.
and our feet has been put to the fire, so to speak.
All right.
And we've been working diligently ever since.
Yes, that's good. That's good, and it's good to know that background because I didn't realize that you were here. I remember John Richardson, with
Yes,
the Recreation
yes,
Department, so
yes.
I didn't realize that you were with the Recreation Department that long.
Oh yeah,
That's great. That's great. Now there are a lot of programs that take place, and the Recreation Department. You had mentioned that at one time it was in the basement of Town Hall.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
But now it's located in a different location. Could you give us details of that?
Yes, we're located now, our primary building in the township obviously is the Chris Gatlin Recreation Center, and that's located at 285 Union Avenue in Irvington, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Phone number is 973-399-6597. So that has been basically our base building.
Yeah.
And in this new administration and the mayor's vision into what we were trying to do with the recreation department moving forward was really try to engage a lot of 501c3 type organizations who had programs. We reached out, and I personally reached out to about 30-something organizations that have a 501c3 status or nonprofit, or those that may be for-profit but have an interesting program that they want to bring to our kids in the township of Irvington. And we've been able to partner with a lot of those 501c3s and for-profit organizations in our recreation division.
Okay, great. So now during the evening, are there programs that the children participate in over the recreation
Oh
department?
yes, well, the evening programs over at the Chris Gatlin Center basically is this. On Mondays and on Thursdays, we do what we call our bitty basketball stuff at the recreation department.
Okay, now we're here up at the gym. The gym is a regulation-sized gym. It's not full today. There are other activities that are taking place, but this is the full-size gym that your children will have available when they come. As Mr. Malloy had explained to us, I believe it's Wednesdays and Fridays are the structured activities, and the gym will be full of youngsters shooting basketball. So this is a fine place, and I'm looking around, and this definitely has the ambiance of a basketball court. Makes me want to pick up a basketball and try to shoot, but again, I'm not going to embarrass myself. Great, thank you.
And on Thursday evening, starting at 6 p.m. until 7:30 p.m., we have what we call a line dance class being presented by Niger. And she's a certified line dance instructor. So adults get to come out and show how they can step and get good exercise at the same time. So it's been a wonderful thing for us, and we encourage our residents to come out and be a part of our line dancing classes.
Oh, that's great. Now, when you say line dancing, that's the dance that you see at a lot of parties and where they get up and do those dances?
You see a lot of it at parties. Very, very popular now across our communities. People are, because you learn a particular step or routine.
Yes.
And they do that routine to the tune of music.
Okay.
And it's usually the popular stuff that is present in this day and time, and people love it. They love it.
Beautiful. I have to pay you a visit because I feel very uncomfortable getting up and doing those.
Yeah.
I have two little feet, but I
it's good. It's good exercise too.
Beautiful.
It's very good exercise. So we do that on Thursday nights, and then again, of course, at the Chris Gatlin Center, would be remiss if we did not mention the boxing program that we have. We do have some champions in the township of Irvington in our boxing program. A lot of our adults are there, usually come in and train from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then they go out running in the parks and as part of their conditioning. And also our youngsters doing the afternoon. We only really want serious parents who want youngsters involved into boxing where we're teaching. But it's not only boxing.
We're looking around at the area. We have a bunch of equipment, boxing equipment. We have some young men here, and we also have a ring. Looks like a nice full-size ring where people can get their boxing on. So we're here, and we're just bringing some of this information to you guys. This here looks pretty interesting. Now, I've never done this professionally, so if I get knocked out by the back, don't laugh. Like, wow. So we're hitting this, and you know, Floyd Money Mayweather does this very well. I'm just gonna do it a couple times. And this one here, I can really get my macho on. I'm gonna hit it hard, okay? Moved it pretty good. I'm not gonna hit it anymore because I don't wanna hurt myself. But we're here. Now I'm gonna attempt something again. If I fall, you don't get me down. Only this. So this is very good. I love this. I love this. And our kids are benefiting from this. And this is, you can see, I'm walking back. This is a very good sized ring. Looks like the kind of ring that I would like because I would be running a lot. I would be backing up and doing the shuffle. I would not be in there going toe to toe. So we thank you for being a part of this. As we discussed with Mr. Malloy when he told us that the boxing is part of the Gatlin Center, we were surprised. We wanted you to get some of the footage of what actually is here, some of the equipment, some of the young men that are here. Thank you so much.
There's mentorship through Combat, which is another nonprofit organization that partners with the Township of Irvington and present that program as well as karate.
Oh, yeah.
So those programs happen on Wednesday and Thursday during the day, right after school programs.
Right.
So it's a wonder myriad of things. Youth boxing is actually ages 8 to 12, that's what we call it. Those who are really kind of serious about if they really want to do it.
Yes.
We don't normally take them as early as 6 or 7 because they become just running around as another place for them to run around, etc. But we definitely have a division that we call competitive boxing, and they compete in other surrounding towns. Patterson, Passaic, Elizabeth, you name it. They go to those places and they can actually compete. and Golden Gloves,
Right.
those kinds of things. And Wesley is our boxing coach that works for us in the township. Good guy, knows the skill about boxing and takes it very, very seriously.
Oh, that's beautiful. And again, I've been in town a number of years, and I'm surprised to know all the activities that are going on, and hopefully this will inform much of our audience.
I hope so. I hope so, because we normally get the old adage, nothing is going on in the town, there's nothing happening in the town. But, and I say to the parents, you have to be a willing participant in that process.
Yeah.
You're going to have to really get involved, pick up the phone and really try to call and see what's available, what's happening out there. And we'll be more than happy to give you a brochure, a program for the summer, or when the activity starts, etc., throughout the township. So get involved.
Beautiful.
Call our office at 973-399-6597.
Beautiful. Well, right now, I'd like to take a short break. You covered a lot of information. I know you probably have some more.
Yes.
So we'll take a break. What you should do is call a friend, call a neighbor that has children, and, tell them to tune in. Maybe they'll get some good information. We'll be right back. Good friend Donald Malloy just said, many people, I've heard it myself, say there's nothing for the youth in Irvington. Well, he just did a lot to dispel that rumor, because there are a lot of programs. And guess what? Like they say on the infomercial, there's more. Mr. Malloy, could you give us some more additional information about programs that would benefit youth in our town?
Well, what we are in this exciting cycle of the year, school's getting ready to be dismissed for the summer.
Yeah.
And the important thing for us is to have stuff for our kids to be able to do. I'm very proud to announce this year, under the direction of our mayor, his vision is that we have actually employed young people, 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, to work in concert with our adults in the park settings that we're going to have out for the summer. And some of those parks are, obviously, we're going to be at Chris Gatlin Center right now, because you can go there and register right now from 9 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. Actually 6 p.m. in the evening. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, but you can register at the Gatlin Center now. The ages are 6 years old to 13-year-old. 40th Street Playground Park, Montgomery, which is now the Burgess Park, Eberhart Park over in the North Ward, Chancellor Playground Park, Center Playground, Orange Park, Green Terrace Park, Madison Avenue School, Berkeley Terrace School in the East Ward. The East Ward, I need you to come out, because we're coming to Berkeley Terrace School this summer, as well as the Gatlin Center, whether we start off there and we move across the street to the alternate schools. So we're going to have a summer program there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, along with the summer food program that we'll be able to serve breakfast and lunch on a daily basis throughout all those sites. Right now we are signed up for over 23, 24 sites already signed up to go into work for the summer. And that's part of our daycares too. Your daycare, if you're not receiving State of New Jersey nutrition stuff, you want to be able to contact Natalie Julian, who is the director for our summer food program. And she can be reached at 973-399-6598. So that program starts July 1, and we will run that program through to August 14. And along with that program, we have 3 great trips that are planned for the summer for our kids, to Funplex, to Turtleback Zoo, to Bow Crafts, you name it. We're going to have that as a part of what we do as well. Our kids will register. We get a shirt for all of our kids, and the registration fee is not bad. And this is for the whole summer.
Right.
$40
For the whole summer.
for the whole summer. That is
Beautiful.
lower than low.
Yes.
There are no surrounding towns, because I personally checked, as part of our, because we have to make sure that our Irvington residents are serviced. That's why we go through your having your citizenry here in the township of Irvington, live here, have a house here, have an apartment here, your telephone bills and all of that stuff got to be verified, because we don't want outsiders to take up those spaces, because they know that we are cheaper than a lot of the other areas.
Yeah.
So just be prepared when you come to register your children. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day, you can register. Come to the Gatlin Center at 285 Union Avenue. And if you need to call us, 973-399-6597.
Beautiful, that's beautiful. And I can say, I can be a mini spokesman for the program, because fortunately my children went through the program.
Yes,
and
yes.
It was a great program. Again, because I have always had a work schedule, I had to have somewhere for them to go. And you know, sometimes you don't know, and I found out about the program. They participated and they had
Yes,
a
they
great
did.
experience, very great experience. And one of them actually even worked as a youth counselor.
Yes,
So,
yes.
you know, that's how great it was.
And that's what we also try to do. Our young people that come up through the program as well, we try to revert that back and give them yet the opportunity now to be involved. Number one, they've been through the program, they know what it is, they know what it's like, and now we want to yet give them the opportunity. And we have a lot of our young people who are on spring break from college that are coming back, and I've gotten several calls, a lot of calls of them that I just want to come back, I want to get involved, I want to be involved. And so we're trying to afford them that opportunity as well, along with our 15 and 16-year-olds, even though they have to have working papers. Make sure you have your working papers. But we have gone through a process where they have a lot of applications this year. A lot of applications.
Yes, yes. And the other part, I think that my children didn't benefit from it, but we have a new addition. I would say maybe not new, maybe I'm dating myself, but there's a pool in Irvington that
Yes.
you guys participate.
Yes, and the pool is going to open July 1 also at Orange Park. That pool is usually every year, because we get a lot of daycares involved into that pool. They want that day, a couple of days a week, when they can bring their whole, I mean, the buses are constant coming in from daycares around the township of Irvington, and our adults. This year, we start in the morning early with our daycare centers, then we open it up to the general populace, and then we got to include all of our activity sites, because a lot of them also enroll for the pool. And then our adults who want to come later in the afternoon or when they get off work just to get a cool dive in the water.
Yeah.
So that will be available to us also this summer, and we know we run that program until September.
Oh, okay.
We open up in July and we in September. And again, very cost efficient, cost effective, very reasonable.
And that's
Yes.
a beautiful thing, because it makes it where parents can afford it, because again, you know, sometimes the cost prohibits parents from participating in these programs.
And that is true, because, you know, and I get it, you know, I'm sure the meetings and stuff that we're around, and we are out in the community, because the mayor has us going out in the community quite often, but it's almost like, well, you know, why is there a cost, and, you know, this should be free, this should be free, that should be free, but there is a cost to everything in government. But the mayor's objective is to minimize that cost down from what I hear East Orange and all the other areas are paying, because I talked to other recreation directors. We are on the bottom end of all of those scales in terms of anything that we have in a fee on this for the township.
Beautiful, that's beautiful. Now what we'll do is we'll take another break. It'll probably be our final break. We're back. And I'm so glad that I have Mr. Donald Malloy, Director of the Irvington Recreation Department, as a guest on the Irvington Now show. He has spent time giving a great deal of information, and as a surprise to me, most of the programs that he had mentioned, I didn't even know that they existed, because my children are all grown now, so I just didn't have a reason to know that. but it's so good to know it because I can pass it off to others.
Yes.
Now, early in your presentation, you had spoke about groups, some other groups that you guys have reached out to and they're affiliated with recreation. Could you give us some information on that?
Yes, through our affiliation, we call it the affiliated programs that we have with the Township of Irvington Recreation Department. And it's about the furtherance of getting that word out through some of the 501c3s that are partners in the Township of Irvington. And the Golden Knights football unit under the great awesome leadership of Kathy and Ralph Steele. The Golden Knights cheerleaders.
Yes.
Same.
Yes.
The Irvington Little League. The Irvington Raiders football. Irvington Dance Company under Moselle Anderson. Our youth soccer academy under Induna Gora. Determined to Achieve Network, which is Darlene Reeves. And we have an organization that's called National Career Institute Trade School. They're actually in East Orange, but they asked, can we partner with you to get information? I had them to come over to a lot of our kids who were playing, like if you're 18 or over and looking for a career, to begin a career. I wanted them to share that information with those ladies and gentlemen that were there, that's 18 and over, and wanted to try to sign up and pick a choice of a career or that they can come and they will train you for it. You can get certificated in it and then go right into the workforce. So that was important to me. Also, we partner with Christian Pentecostal Church in a lot of their after school programs. They are at Mount Vernon Avenue, they're at Chancellor Avenue, Thurgood Marshall School, University Elementary School, Berkeley Terrace, Florence Avenue School, where my Diamond cheerleaders are right now as we speak. They're there each day from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. on the Asia Farrar. Great. I looked at it when I came, I was mesmerized by them because I'm like, how are these kids doing this? I mean, they were like Flip City. Very well trained, very well disciplined kids, young ladies. Wonderful thing, we have our sophisticated steppers who is under people helping people or people helping others. They are at the Gatlin Center on Monday evenings at 6 p.m. So we have, again, young ladies, because a lot of times we get so many male-dominated things in the township. I wanted to make sure that we had something for our young ladies to do as well. So those programs are going on. If you need to reach out to any of them, if you have a pen and pencil ready, the Golden Knights, Kathy and Ralph Steele is 973-374-7553. That's the Knights football and the cheerleaders. Irvington Little League, 862-772-6403. The Irvington Raiders football, 862-414-7397. Dance Company, Moselle Anderson, 973-902-1573. Our Youth Soccer Academy, that's in Duna Gora, 646-732-2603. If you want the Career Institute's number, you can speak to someone named Evelyn Negron. Her number is 973-678-3901, extension 217. We know all of our kids that are graduating, they may not be going to college, but they want to pick up a trade of some sort. Call Evelyn Negril at the National Career Institute Trade School.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. And I guess I'm fortunate. I know, of course, Ralph and Kathy Steele, long time, very active parents in this community. And that program, the Golden Knights program, has, just had some stellar success. We have people in the pro football ranks. We have some fine young ladies who have come through the cheerleading program and moved on. As a matter of fact, one of my granddaughters is participating in the Golden Knights right now.
Wow.
The Irvington Raiders, one of my grandsons participated in that. My good friend, Moselle Anderson, we happened to graduate together from Central High School. So I can vouch for all of these organizations. They're fine, stellar organizations. Again, I put my children and grandchildren in these programs. So please take advantage of these programs and let your children benefit from the years of experience and dedication that these hard-working organizations are putting into our town.
Yes.
And there's another part of the town that when we all come out, there's July and there's August, the season goes so fast. But there's a kind of culmination program that takes place each year in Irvington in August. Could you give us details of that?
Yes, I'm excited about this event because we do this annual Unity Day celebration event. And this year the event is going to be August the 8th. August the 8th from 12 noon to 6 p.m. with the rain date on August 9th, same time. And we're doing it this year at Orange Park. And that's a day of fun, activities, attraction, talent stage, food galore, which is one of everybody's favorite words. We have food galore, and we have stuff for our seniors to do underneath the tent. We have activities on the stage, and we have some fun rides for our children. This one is what I call as a family-oriented event. And we try to use this event as a catalyst to bring our seniors and our young adults and our young families together and just have a day of pride and fun in the township of Irvington. And we want to be able to celebrate. Unity is something that where there's unity, there's strength. And this event, we want to bring all ethnicities in the township. We want to provide stuff from different cultures in our township so that those people are not left out. They can come out and enjoy just as well. And I talked with the council president, Sharnette Federick, and she said, Director Malloy, I would love to work with you on the different ethnicities in the township and try to bring them all together, and we can all be under and celebrate under one roof, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. And we need your donations. If you have any donations that you want to do, you can, we're accepting check money orders made out to the Township of Irvington Unity Day. So made out to the Township of Irvington Unity Day, and you can call us again at 973-399-6597. And we look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to you celebrating with us.
That's beautiful, that's beautiful. And again, I know I love that day because it seems like everybody in the town comes out.
That's true.
You get a chance to see people you haven't seen, because the winter gives us a little landlocked and locked inside.
Yes.
But that day, like you said, there's a whole section for the seniors, and they so enjoy themselves, and we get great groups that come up.
Yes.
Now, the one thing that I'm going to kind of take executive privilege and just ask, I hope that you're going to deliver a song or two too. For those who don't know, Donald Malloy is a renowned gospel singer, and if you haven't heard him sing, you haven't heard one of the best. So maybe we can just convince him to, do a song or two for us.
You know what, I would try, Harry, but I'm going to tell you the truth. That day for me is like I'm perspiring now. That day I will be totally wet and drenched from trying to keep things moving on that day, and then directing the paths of a lot of our volunteers and people who are out there. And I'm really going to assemble a real volunteer committee this year, and we are going to start that up next week. And we're going to ask the people that want to be involved, please contact my office at 973-399-6597. We would love to have you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Malloy. Thank you for being a guest.
Thank you. Thank you.
And bringing such relevant information.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I just hope that the citizens will take advantage. It's very easy to criticize and say there's nothing going on, but come on, you can't say that anymore. We've just kind of laid out a litmus table of various events for our youth. Let them take advantage of these programs because they're there for you to take part in. So we hope that you will take part of it. The numbers, we have, the numbers, we will make sure that they are displayed for you. And again, give a call. Even if you're not sure, you can get additional information. We're limited with time. But we thank you so much. I look forward to bringing you other relevant information. I'd like to personally thank our mayor, the Honorable Tony Vauss, for giving me this opportunity to bring such information to you. This mayor is dynamic, and he's doing some dynamic things,
Yes,
and hopefully sometime in the future I'll get him to be a guest. But we will look to put on directors of the township and other vital programs. So, just look out for us, and, we will be back, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much for tuning in.